What's good? The Vegan Homie here, on my way to South India, more specifically the Coromandel Coast. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into South Indian cuisine, learn about Tamil culture, and visit off-the-beaten-path destinations. From palace shenanigans to remote rice villages, this adventure awaits your attention and intention. Tamil Nadu is jam-packed with people, temples, immense culture, and ancient history. Join me on this South India serenade in the southern state of Tamil Nadu. I am your key to the city.
South India serenade. After I vowed to never visit India again, I couldn't get India out of my mind. It was so ancient, so otherworldly. The stark contrast left me hungry for more. More temples, more food, more life. My wanderlust in the driver's seat. Tamil Nadu is a southern state in India situated on the southeast corner near Sri Lanka. My layover in Dubai was a chance to stretch my legs and move around. Upon arriving in Chennai, my welcome package as expected. Then it was time for some veganized Tamil food. Seeing the monkeys playing freely made this real. I'm back in India. I switched gears, geared up in Indian attire, and let the games begin. India is a country of nearly 1.5 billion people. It is the most populous country in the world. It is considered a subcontinent of Asia because it is so diverse and so unique from anywhere else in Asia. Generally thought of as three distinct regions, North, Central, South, Westerners often look to South in favor of northern states. My introduction to India through Vegan Travel Asia piqued my interest in South India. The coastlines, Viridian temples, and melanated peoples were a draw for me. My hope is that you can learn something about Tamil Nadu that makes it a draw for you. This will be a vigorous itinerary with many layers being revealed over time. If you're interested in visiting India, South India deserves your consideration. Complete with bridging cultural gaps to coexisting with animals, I got you covered. Buckle up and enjoy the ride because this one is epic. Ready for the deep dive? I go deep. But first I have to share the wildest coincidence. Here in Los Angeles, several years ago, I did work for Hanu Reddy real estate firm. Unbeknownst to me, I'm staying at the Hanu Reddy residence. I asked Zach, our adventure leader, if Mr. Reddy had any connections in California, and sure enough, he did. I got to stay at the property of a client I did work with several years prior. This moment of serendipity let me know I was in for a great adventure. Small world, right? 1.5 billion small. What are the chances? Chennai, capital city of Tamil Nadu. Population, 78 million people. Tamil Nadu is the southernmost state in India. It is the 10th largest state by area and 6th largest state by population. It is home of the Tamils who speak the Tamil language. Tamil is recognized as the first classical language in India, thought to be over 5,000 years old. The state name is derived from the Tamil language, with Nadu meaning land, hence the name Tamil Nadu. Some archaeological evidence suggests the area was inhabited over 385,000 years ago by ancient people. The majority religion is Hinduism at 88%. Christianity is the largest minority religion at about 6%, although Islam is within a few points and is effectively 6% too. We visited the Christian side of Chennai, stopping by St. Thomas Basilica. Our fearless leader, Zach G, makes sure everything runs smoothly. There was an interesting find of a Biden who served in Madras during the British colonial era. My visit was during the time of the Biden administration, so it was another local coincidence on the other side of the world. Or was it? Guess not. According to Google, there is no relation between the two. Piqued my interest nonetheless. The Viridian plate is a local vegan restaurant that makes Tamil dishes accessible to everyone, irrespective of one's faith walk, to enjoy compassionate eating. After refueling with dosas, it was time to make another stop at St. Thomas Mount National Shrine. St. Thomas Mount National Shrine is on the outskirts of Chennai. It is believed to be where Jesus' disciple was martyred. This suggests Christianity reached India way before many parts of Europe. My Lord, my God.
To be clear, this is an ancient land. The state's flag includes a Dravidian Gopuram, and it garners the nickname Land of Temples.
Both the sides in the spear, the weapon of Toda. So this is for the easy identification. So Lord Muruga with 4 hands, it means in the happy mood. So God's 4, 8, 16. To cut the rod still, because they had a trade contact with the western part of the world, especially Egypt and Rome. So the miniature of the temple. You can see this temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, because inside you can see Lord Shiva sitting on the top of the bull. Watch very minutely, please. You can see the buffalo head. To India's independence, the government of India fully banned it. So this all belongs to 16th century, 900 years later. So this is called Krishna's hall. At the bank of the river, you can see a lot of sages are sitting, sadhus are sitting just in front of the temple. Why they called it Krishna's Butterball? The Hindu legend says that when Lord Krishna was a small boy, always eating butter.
We enjoyed interacting with local vegans to have a cultural exchange with like-minded individuals that promote plant-based living. Upon arrival in Puducherry, we checked into our hotel and took in the splendor of this colonial-era French architecture. Hindu statues adorn the premises. So we just arrived in Puducherry. It was a French colonial outpost once upon a time, and it's India. It's always been India. And I'm gonna put the drone up, hopefully, see if I can get some sights. See if there's anything to see from above. So I'll try that probably the first thing in the morning. But for now, I'm gonna get settled in. Zagji is always busy saving the animals. We were in town during Independence Day preparations. The youth were rehearsing their formations and dancing to display their national pride and perform for the crowds over the coming days. Tamil Nadu is a fiercely proud state that even tried to secede as its own nation state when India achieved independence. The Indian constitution forbade separatist movements, so the campaign was short-lived. Tamil Nadu is the second largest economy amongst the 28 states of India, so you can say this is Tamil country. Good morning. I'm about to partake in some yoga, get some exercise in for the morning, and then head out to the market, buy some food, and we're gonna do a cooking class. I'm testing the Super Steady on this phone. Oh, I think I got a cool stabilizer in the phone now. It seems to be working really, really good. Heading out to these streets, these Indian streets. What's going on out here? Let's see. So I had an amazing time, a South Indian meal, and now I'm trying to use this equipment once again, trying to figure out how to work it all out, see how it all works. So I'm walking down these French colonial streets of Puducherry, and all is well in the neighborhood. A motorbike anywhere, so enjoying this trip so far. Real nice. In any event, had a great day. Did some good eating. So I didn't film all the steps, obviously, because there were issues with using my hands, of course, doing the meal prep, doing the cooking. Uh-oh, gotta watch out here. Gotta watch out. Meal prep was going on, and South Indian tradition is you eat with your hands. So I'm going to be making a dessert right here. Do you have private clients that you do meal prep for, and they're like chef for certain events?
No.
Just stir it in. I can just loosen it up like that.
No. You can do tap it. 2 spoons.
Two spoons.
Yeah. I'm putting because we are 7 of us. 2
Okay.
is enough.
Okay. So once it's boiled, I'll put that in and let it steep.
Yes.
Okay. And this is what? This is some ginger tea we're having.
Ginger, mint, lemon.
Ginger mint and lemon tea. Sounds delicious.
Ginger also releases the gas in stomach. So in case you are eating somewhere out and you have a bloated stomach, please take a spoon of cumin seed, chew it well and drink a warm water. Similar thing with the ginger.
After vegan feasting, it was time for the day's grand finale, the premiere of Magadud, free on YouTube, a must-watch for vegetarians. Good morning, coming live and direct from Puducherry, India, South India. Here at a wonderful French colonial guest house, and we're going to do a cooking class today. Looking forward to that. I'm trying some of my DJI devices, so I'm using my handy new microphone. I could put this here. I guess I could post it here. Let's see. But it is recording, so it's supposed to improve recording quality. I'm testing this out. I have the active track on, so as I move around, it should be able to capture the things I'm doing. But I have my handy vegan backpack right here. This is my partner right here. See this right here? Vegan all day, every day. And I have the Lao PDR hat from my Laos trip. And South India, or at least Puducherry, was colonized by the French once upon a time. So French influence in the last couple of places I've been. And yeah, today I'm gonna spend a day doing a cooking class. I got my handy bag with me. My bag is also carrying my drone. I got my drone in here, you know, my remote controller. So I'm loving my accessories, I'm loving my bag. I can do occasional stirring. Man, this is coming together lovely. It's about time to eat, dog. As day turns to night, it's time for some village outreach. We venture off the beaten path to join a street theater troupe as they perform the dying social art of street theater. Before there were movies or TV, street theater was the mode of information and educating rural villages about social and health issues. Storytelling is a way of bringing preventative health lessons, conscious awareness, and wildlife protection to the community. Topics range from HIV/AIDS awareness, alcoholism, proper sanitation, and personal hygiene. This performance was done to an American singer, Usher's Yeah song. Yeah! Tonight's outreach was rewarding because it was a glimpse into rural village life in India. It was heartwarming to see how passionate these performing artists are about preserving a cultural legacy and engaging with purpose. A gratifying way to end the night. So in the Sadhana forest, this is here in India, and they have several of them throughout the world. But this is a great place for reforestation. They basically turned this place into a desert. Like all the natural biodiversity and wildlife had been depleted during colonization. And since that time, since 2003, I believe, they started this forest. And as you can see now, it's lush forest. So this is what a difference can make when you're committed to making a change in the world. Come here and plant trees and find ways to conserve water, which is the biggest part of any tree reforestation effort. And they've done a great job. It's really nice.
This infrastructure was made, more trees were able to be planted, and then someone came up to them one day and they said, you do realize this is a model, and this model can be replicated.
So at this vegan restaurant, supposedly vegan option restaurant, cafe, it's a little sus, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little suspect, but I'm gonna order, see how this goes. I did ask for the vegan option, and we'll see what it does. Wrapping up in Puducherry, and we'll be headed to another Nilgiri, and then of course the bright outside. Had some great yoga classes for the past few days, and Man, we're about to get on the road and really have some. We're about to go actually see one of those Tamil temples with the Viridian architecture. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be a good day. To hit the road, got to read up on my history, learn about this next temple we're about to see. We'll start this day. Goodbye to Puducherry or Puducherry. Dravidian temple design is stunning. Heavy symbolism based in Hindu mythology is depicted with ornate carvings and statues. South Indian temple architecture is dramatically different from northern India. The Gopuram is an epic pyramid-like structure over the main gates for entering the temple complex. The interior deity designs are also distinct.
Other manufacturers, but this is the Class A ambassador.
We've arrived at the villa. About to spend a couple of days at the villa, taking some sights and some hiking, temples, a lot of good stuff. Had that banana leaf meal, which was amazing. Now heading into the room, wind down for a little bit before we go on a hike and go to the temple later on this evening. Looking forward to visiting rice paddies and witnessing the bountiful rice harvest in rural Nilgiri. Lakshmi Villas is a renovated old noble family's bungalow and the perfect jump-off spot for the next couple of days.
Now we are boiling for the hot water. After we are drying for this wet area. After doing machine, but by hand like this, they will come to rice. I want rice more. This is for a little bit only. This is normal. For example, 1 kg I want rice. Just for 1/4 kg only for a 250 gram. Gram only using for this one because this come to more this one. Okay. In case I want only for dosa, don't want for idli. Then using for just only 50 gram. Little bit only, not for too much, only for 50 gram only. In case I want dosa and idli both of same time, okay, they're using the more 3-1, it's no issue.
More Hindu mythology for wall art. Watch out, lady, I'm reckless out here. Day 6 shenanigans begin. We're heading out on bikes to visit the countryside through rice paddies and villages to learn about rural life in South India. Zach G is our fearless leader who's leading from behind. Catch up, Zach. Haha! We're in town during the rice harvest. The locals are actively collecting their bounties.
I showed it yesterday, the per column.
Let's see an aerial view of the countryside.
Yep.
Okay, now Maggie, before put the water inside, it's not for full and full water. If you want the steam paste, we're doing for the weighing the water.
After the rice harvest, we stopped at a local village for some cultural immersion. Dosa, idli, uttapams. You like it? After some tasty vegan eats, we're off to the town of Chidambaram and its Hindu Nataraja temple. This sacred temple was built over 2,000 years ago as a dedication to Lord Shiva. Nataraja means Lord of Dance. Dancing Shiva symbolizes the destruction of the world for Lord Brahma to recreate it. It's always best to dress conservatively for the temple, so I'm ready. As families visit to perform arti, one is reminded of the majestic past of India. The architecture, history, and culture is deeply rooted in Tamil Nadu. Putting a nightcap on today's cultural immersion off the beaten path, we enjoyed a veganized Tamil feast under the stars and moonlight. Not to be outdone by rice harvests, dosas, and the dancing Shiva temple, tonight we go deep into the roots of Tamil folklore with storytelling through performing arts. These brothers and sisters had a whole vibe going and had our group enthralled with their artistry. From the ancient instruments to the skillful dance movements, this treat was one for the books. These jokers were literally spitting fire lyrics. Fire!
Good job, you made it halfway. The first week has been completed, so we'll have a brief pause for the cause. To recap, we've been to Chennai, Puducherry, and Nilgiri. Next, we're off to Kadiapatti, cooler Kannur, more adventure, more culture, more life. If you're inspired to visit India, here's the information for the best vegan travel company in the game, vegantravelasia.com. Their all-inclusive pricing and their intimate knowledge of the area makes these hard-to-reach places priceless. Book a tour, you'll be glad you did.
Let's continue, shall we? We shall. Today's journey starts with a visit to the spectacular UNESCO World Heritage Site Brihadiswarar Temple in Tanjore. This temple complex is a fine example of Dravidian-style architecture, complete with the ornate gopurams. The mighty Chola Empire governed this region for 1,000 years as its conquest expanded them to Sri Lanka, Maldives, and the Indonesian archipelago. Formerly known as Tanjore, Tanjavur is home to the Big Temple, which means King's House in Tamil.
Shall we go around? Document complete history. So this entire section is completely granite. No bricks, no others. It is inside in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Such a huge, the biggest one. That's nearly 14 feet in height, more than 4 meters. That is including that the main one, 252.
That was a spectacular sight to behold. Glad I went. Now off to Kadiapatti.
It's time for big chilling in action. It's about to be in a palace for the next couple of days. You heard me? It's about to be super chilling. Classic old school phone. You know, kids don't know nothing about these. It's gonna be a nice few days here. Checking things out. I'm gonna check out the property. See if I can fly a drone. About to hit these Chettiar streets, trying to find some cash, some rupees. I need to get some rupees, got to get changed up so I have some change for wait staff and things of that nature. Got a motorbike coming right now. The architecture is amazing. It's older, over 100 years old. It's really nice though. Packed with these secret doors everywhere you look. There's so many nooks and crannies to this place. A lot of detail. Check out this clock. Grandfather clock. I'm gonna go from here. That leads up into somewhere. Prominent Chettinars of times past. Hard to see with the glare, but this is basically royalty. You're looking at right here. This is royalty. This one right here is the story of Lord Krishna. The women went to go. They showered in a public bathing pool, but they went naked. Krishna noticed this. Then he gathered up all their dresses and hid them in the trees as a show of humiliation because they weren't supposed to be doing that in the first place. So he made them walk. He was going to make them walk home naked, but then they apologized and repented. And I think he granted them the clothes back, but they learned the lesson not to play games. See, getting it on in here for sure. Doing some dances. Those billiards, snakes and ladders.
Itself is strong enough, even 6. Pulling, yes.
some fresh well water, it's time to settle in and get familiar with the Chennai stronghold of Kadiapatti, suited and booted as day turns to night over the enchanting Chettinad mansion. This will be the jump-off spot for the next couple of days as we explore more countryside, historical landmarks, and an ancient temple. Let's go!
Good. It's a macaque. Macaque. These are like the ones here. They're just coming to investigate, see if we have any items that we're interested to give them. So this is incomplete. In the process of breaking from way back then to things that finished.
After visiting Thirumayam Fort, it's time for the real deal, Ancient Rock Temple. This small village is peaceful and picturesque, housing centuries-old ruin. The back roads of Narthamalai Hill reveal Vijayalaya Cholapuram Temple, named after Chola Empire King Vijayalaya. The names of these places are real tongue twisters, so pardon any mispronunciation. Zach G, the teacher, doing what he does best, educating us about temple building. The views are breathtaking and this adventure is as off the beaten path as it gets. Join us!
The monkeys are out here in full force. Going for a walk in the neighborhood, see what I can see. I hear it's mostly a ghost town. But just still gonna go for a walk, a little exercise. Nice day out. Just rained for a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a walk around a couple of these blocks. End up in some of these alleys. These are old ruins at this point. But this used to be a pretty wealthy community. Remnants of an old property lot that was demolished. A lot of these mansion homes have been demolished because the people have moved out of the village areas and into the big cities, traveled abroad, and so these homes fall into disrepair to the point where it's not worth fixing them up, so they lie dormant, dilapidated. See that on that date? I think that represents 2/1/26. 1926 would be the date. This house was completed more than likely and occupied. Special event. And for the properties that are still left, renovate them, get them nice for a family wedding. Because the families usually come back home for weddings. This house behind me is an example of a house that's being renovated, restored, a family function. That's work underway. Nice land property here. Got all this water out here. Not much happening here at all. But we're in a nice hotel that's been renovated. And I'm enjoying that. So I just go for a little walk in the neighborhood. See what I can see here. Despite being in a rural village, the trash problem, the plastics are out of control. You'll see this everywhere. Back in the palace. So I learned that these doors here are storage for wealth. Family wealth would be stored in here. Lending monies for offering loans. So this is basically a bank in the house, and so they would store valuables in these compartments, and actually people would sleep on the floor here at the front. So the men would sleep here, and then the women would sleep back there.
So this is neighbor.
Okay.
This is drumstick leaves. Korean drumstick leaves.
Thank you. So last day in the neighborhood. Let's go for a morning walk before we hit the road. Got a long road trip for the Nilgiri mountain. And I just want to take a last look at this once prominent community. This is mostly a ghost town now. But I just want to look at some of these structures. Monitor back there making sure the coast is clear. See the dog back there? That box of the dog checking me out. And I'm used to seeing strangers. School over here.
Still a school, so still a thriving community. Devotees of Hinduism make their pilgrimage on foot patrol to auspicious temples, often hundreds of miles away from where they reside. Walking, they perform offering rituals and are fed free food along the way. Their convoy stretched for miles. This was a special treat to witness. Upon arriving in Kannur, we checked into the quaint cottages of Wallwood Garden. Arrived at the Nilgiri Mountains, and there is a hillside community here, Kannur, and they do a lot of tea plantations here. So a lot of tea is grown up here. The view is awesome. Just all the hillside tree plantations and the hillside villages. It's really nice to see. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. About to go out and explore these tea plantations and the wild animal sanctuary. This hike through these tea crops is amazing. Air is so fresh up here. Sights are so beautiful. Workers are nice. Grounds are serene. Beautiful weather, beautiful day up here. So today was a really good day. Made it out to, man, we did a lot today. We did tea leaf processing plant, from the leaf to the tea bags that you see in the stores. We did a hike through tea plantations.
So we are in factory premises.
Tea, there are different processes of making tea.
We visited a local village, gave away some crayons and coloring books and things like that for the youth. And then what else did we do? We went and had lunch at another village, and that was cool. Food has been amazing. Can't beat these home-cooked Indian meals, I tell you. After that, we went to a school, and so at the school, I had fun lending some tech support. I'm as low tech as it comes, as it gets, but I did some tech support. I went to the headmaster's office to try and set them up with a computer. But you know, we donated our time, we donated money, we donated supplies, donated a printer. So did some good deeds for the day, which was cool. So now I'm just going through a stroll in the park, just trying to take it all in, decompress from the day, get ready for dinner. I wish I could put the drone up to get a better view of this. See if you can see all this here. It's pretty cool. So you got North America, Central South America over there. You have the North Pole, Greenland up there. You have Africa here, Europe, Middle East, India, Sri Lanka right here. Really should have been using my gimbal stick. I haven't been using that lately, but I should be using it for more stable footage. Bridge over troubled waters. Looks like the park name is spelled out over there. That says Children's Park though, that is in English. And that seems to lead over to the Children's Park over there. That's cool, they have plant swings up in the trees. Headed deep into the bush. Time to go into this bush tunnel right here. It's like a bush caterpillar. Ooh, one up in here. Spooky. Ice cream cone. Talking about use me up. I wonder if this is a temple in here. It says don't enter. Wrapping up at Sims Park. That was an interesting walk. Nice little journey in the park. A walk in the park. It's easy, breezy.
Yes, Vanakkam. Vanakkam. Yes.
Oh, we're still gonna do that. The Toda tribe believes their people have called the Nilgiris their home since the beginning of time. I bought a lot of these artisan goods. The Todas have a unique way of life, traditions, and customs. I'm going in the house. You ready to record me? It's already recorded. You just got some good drone footage. Can't wait to show it. It's on this rooftop while they were doing some ceremonial dances. I think it's going to be some good footage. Probably some of the best I've shot thus far. So we have, what do we have in the background here? We have the group down there doing their thing. Cheers. We have all this beautiful scenery. And I think we got a good one.
Okay, we're going to come right this way.
Us vegans won't be satisfied until we see something good happening for the animals. Mudu Malai National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary is a vast set-aside of 300 plus square kilometers that India says is for the animals. Animal rights for the win. I see you looking at me. This epic national park is home to monkey business macaques and majestic elephants. Peacocks can also be seen peacocking between trees and bushes. No, not that stuff though. It's corn! Sauce. That's your plate, hopefully.
That's my plate.
Okay, good. Barbecue sauce. Good.
Zach, how many days is it hiking to the Mount Everest base?
It's got the juice!
Spooky down here by the river. Down by the riverside. Hoping to see an elephant. Hoping to get an elephant sighting down here. Let's see. Only some recent elephant passage through here. That's the elephant dung I just showed you. This is their pathway. Plastic everywhere. Plastic is going to suffocate the planet. That's that fake rain that had me up all night right there.
After saying goodbye to friends and food, it's time to head to an animal rescue and rehab center, IPAN. Bye, dear. Bye, peacocks. Gang, gang!
Indian preservation of animals and nature is where we're headed. Hopefully we'll see some elephants and some bigger animals today.
You know, the thoroughbred racehorse. And what happens is that the racehorses, their career in the racing is relatively short. You know, they start racing them when they're about 2 years old, and by the time the horse is like 6 or 7, it's basically its career on the racing course is over. Even though as a riding horse, the 6-7-year-old is only kind of starting to get to its prime. And but now what happens here is that there is such a surplus of these ex-race horses, and there's comparably little like good homes to make them like, you know, like pleasure riding horses and, you know, to take care of them. So what happens, they end up doing tourist riding, you know, like Muti being a popular tourist city or town. So people, you know, just a tourist ride, you know, back and forth 200 meters, one round, you know, take a photo and sort of, you know, so there is a group of people who run that as their livelihood. A wound in this position is quite difficult to immobilize, like, you know, you can't really, and whenever there is little movement, that sort of slows down the healing process a bit. So this is taking a bit more time. It's healing nicely, it's not infected or anything, but it's just taken a little longer time.
IPAN is doing great work. They're rescuing equine animals, donkeys, horses, goats. Well, not goats, but yeah, goats actually. It's an animal rescue, and it's also like a rehabilitation location for animals. It's a great place. Headed to the Bandipur Tiger Reserve in Karnataka. About to go on a nice safari. See what's going on out here. Jungle, welcome to the jungle.
This trip has been amazing. Looking out from this tower, one can't help but be in awe of the nature that is ever present in South India. Wait, what? An apex predator, the majestic tiger, roams in the wild? He is free! This South India serenade in Tamil Nadu has been epic. Time to say farewell to mystical Masanagudi and return to the big city of Chennai. One last round at the Viridian plate makes the mission complete. Full circle. Snacks on deck. Biryani dish and a brewski for chaser. Loaded potatoes and a creamy soup. It's true, I'm a greedy vegan. Don't judge me. This adventure is complete, but it's not over.
Another deep feast of books here in India. And the good food. Tasty, filling, and the world good. The guard dog making sure you don't run out without paying that bill. The dog is gonna get you.
Well, it's time to head home. Here's some closing thoughts. Chennai, hustle and bustle of a major urban center along the Coromandel coast. Lots of history with a stark reminder of its British colonial past, where the dying form of street theater hangs on for dear life. And Sedona Forest, where life is actively being cultivated and regenerated. Last but not least, we're the land of temples, visiting animals, and bonding with the locals in their respective villages. We truly enjoyed making veganized local Tamil dishes. Our helpful chefs and staff. Mika Nandri, which means thank you very much, in Tamil. Be it North or South India, you have to do it with Vegan Travel Asia. Their itineraries are jam-packed with cultural immersion, authentic veganized cuisine, animal welfare, and fostering cultural understanding. These tours are the second best thing after going vegan. Team VTA will take care of you and welcome you like family. Book a tour, you'll be glad you did. Thank you for joining me into this deep dive of South India. Keep it vegan. I'm out. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All rights and credit go directly to its rightful owner. No copyright infringement is intended.